This is now the feeling I get where I'm like, I hate golf.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I can't hit a driver better than that.
Dude, that is absolutely smoked.
Doesn't feel like me.
That's smoked. Did you see that ball flight?
Yeah, that ball flight is not me.
Maddie, that ball flight is what you see on tour players. Like, seriously.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, that's actually bloody good.
Oh, really?
Minus the club face. Do that again.
Ah, there we go.
That one.
That's the one
you get.
That's the one.
That's the one you get. That's the same motion.
Man, this is now the feeling I get where I'm like, I hate golf.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's the one where you get that stuck, caught.
And it's sore, you know?
Yeah.
So with the driver, you've seen that shot before,
Well,
where it's left and lefter. It's like my number one worst shot, duck hook and starting left, going left. So what am I doing here?
so you remember we were on that tee with a pitching wedge and you got steep and everything went left, right? So I've just tried to shallow you out. Same thing here.
Okay,
I just want to get a couple of practice swings where you shallow it out, where you feel that right elbow. You do even more. Yeah, that's shallow.
Feels different.
I mean, some people are going to say it's in to out. Some people, for me, it's just trying to get the path to start more right. Yes, you do that, and then you control the club face or get the club face working decent. You'll hit that little baby draw. At least be a lot more online.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Just give me a practice swing. 3/4.
Ooh.
Do that again. Do you reckon you could trust it if I'm here doing
Yeah.
that?
Okay. That was just open club face. It just went dead right.
That felt good, right?
Yeah, felt real good.
Should have filmed that.
Felt
when you did
real
that.
good.
It felt good though, right?
Felt real good.
So this is the thing. You're holding off your wrists because you feel this.
Yep.
You're holding off your wrists because you know that when you hit it left, it's just one of these, and you would rather hit it right than left. You get your swing working right or correct better, you can just let it go. You don't have to try and hold it off too much. Do that again.
Okay, one more.
Different, right? That was shallow.
I can feel the side extending.
Yeah. There's a God.
It's like stretching up here now.
There's a God, my man.
Instead of crunching,
It exists.
I'm stretching. Okay.
This is going to shallow you out.
What is that?
That's freaking smoked.
Wow.
That's smoked.
Good shot, Ka.
So
I mean, I lost balance, but geez,
no,
that
but-
felt weird.
it feels different through here.
I felt it all up here
And
now.
then you can actually go this way through it.
I didn't feel that like intense.
T-Rex.
Okay, let's do one more.
You reckon you can do it by yourself? Or you want me to do it?
I'll try without.
Okay.
Oh, gee whiskers, that felt real good. Okay, let's see if I can maintain that on a shot.
Business.
Perfect.
Money.
Really good.
It's all I wanted to do with you.
Oh man, I haven't felt the left side of my golf swing in ages.
So what I saw previously, didn't want to say too much, I just want to see what you do, right? But your earlier ones are a little bit and everything starts to go this way. Start to topple a little bit, and then from there you're like, and then you jam, and then you get all that sort of rubbish. I just put that stick or the grip there just to hold, just so you wouldn't fall back on it, just so you just hold yourself, and from there not letting you do this, you know. So when I can stabilize this and I can prevent you from drifting too far forward with your head, not your body, then I can shallow out the club and you can get that extension. When you're this way, everything starts to go this way, and then it gets, and then you feel like you've got to go down more because you just feel like you just don't know what to do. So your instincts are just telling me, just make contact, man. So you'll find something, like it could be a number of things, right? So I'm not worried about the impact stuff so much. You're going to suffer with your driver until you get that head sorted out. But I mean, those two shots, they really should have showed you that freedom. I think that's too far left that it won't even pick it up. Oh, it did come up.
That's a genuine bad one. Like,
okay.
So this swing that is being fixed now, it's causing me pain here, up here, and after a round of golf, the next day I have to peel myself out of bed because of the pain in the lower back and top of the bum here. Not fun, and it really affects your ability to play golf and desire to play golf. So not only is this just to fix my swing for the sake of fixing the ball flight, but also to preserve my body so I can actually keep playing. Because at some point, you actually question whether you should keep playing just due to the pain. One more pain that I get as well is around here.
Interesting. Yeah?
It's really sore the next day. Almost like some days if I really go at it, it feels like it's almost pulling right off the bone here.
Like the internal part here?
Yeah, right here, on the elbow, on the funny bone.
Okay. Yeah. And you know how you fight that wicked left sometimes, right? Well, that wicked left and that block right is exactly the same. Right? It's just purely club face presentation to your path and your swing direction. For Matty, he had what we call overextension with the body, and then a toppling effect, which got him ahead of the golf ball. So what I would like to see with him, or what we've fixed, is not letting him overextend where he started to tilt and topple and go too far forward. Right? So we just sort of shortened it up a little bit, kept him in his natural body shapes, or what I call a reverse K, right? Where his head is, you know, like there, but just slightly holding off, and then trying to hold his head back. Well, what felt like it was going back, but was actually just stationary into the golf ball. What that did was, by stopping the toppling effect, I really helped his path. So all of a sudden, he had a hell of a lot more room to sort of shallow out on. And that's really all I did. I just held his head from toppling, held it there, and held it on the way down, so that he created the room to shallow out. And by doing that, he really sort of fixed a lot of his club face control. It was only time you lost it right was when you were scared to lose it right, and you just didn't hit anything left.
Left and lefter is the most debilitating shot for me, because I can lose it right. I can often just play that.
Yep.
And I'll just aim it left and play from the right rough all day.
Yep.
And as soon as that one sneaks out on the left, which it's
all that we did was
same setup.
Correct. Was just getting you to think a little less extension on the way up, and just holding your head on the way down.
So kind of like an almost 3/4
Yep.
feeling.
Exactly.
So what are the numbers?
That's the change that we're after, right? You've had no loss of speed, right? Your club path and your swing direction has now started to go a little bit more right-based, right? You've got a very, very slight closed club face, and that face to path is really what's giving that little bit of extra turnover, right? But it's not a big hook. It's not big at all, you know. So you look at all of this, your landing angle 33 degrees, spin rate 2.3. I mean, it's ideal, right? Ball speed's good, solid. 290 carry. It's just pure flight. And this is the one we're talking about where it looks like it comes up really hot. You got the little baby draw, and it's just head work. But the head work is like, where does it start from? It really started from him overextending and then going forward again, and then from there going forward, he's sort of got to go this way and then catch it out. So, I mean, pretty simple fix. We've done this before, so it didn't take you long. It's just stabilization, really.
The hard part is just doing it by myself.
Yeah, I mean, this
So-
is the thing.
I think that a little alignment stick
Yep,
with a bit of pool noodle
exactly right.
put
Stick
in
it
up
there.
here
Perfect.
at the range is going to work.
Yes. You're just more for awareness than anything else.
Yeah. Ah. So
See,
there-
that's really good, minus the club face. That was a bit of a toe strike, right?
Yes. Yep.
That's
Okay.
really good. That's actually ideal.
Okay.
That was just a little too far at the toe, and that's a gearing effect.
Yep.
So I look at that and I don't really care that much. That should have felt pretty good.
I think it felt good. Just
Yeah.
went-
And this is the thing, it's like you see that sometimes, it's like, oh, I must have done it wrong. That was great. It was great. Your path, swing direction, everything's good.
Do I swing up on it or down on it?
Well, this is the thing, you should be swinging up on it. And
What
this
am I-
is why the head back's going to help you a bit more.
Okay. So what am I doing?
Well, when your attack angle's a little bit down, it's a little steep. Right? It's not ideal for what you're
Is
trying
that,
to do.
is that what I've done now?
That last one a little bit more than normal, yes.
Now that one feels real good.
Yeah. And that's your attack angle, slightly more up. It's positive territory, baby draw. So it's like, this is swing direction, club path a little right, which is ideally where it should be. That one jumped up in speed by about 4 or 5 miles. That's 122, 123.
Club speed.
Yeah.
Felt a lot better.
It's because you're going up at it, you go quicker with it. For you to hit that straighter, all you would need is a little bit more open club face, and that's perfect.
So is there any club face manipulation on this one or no?
Well, when you're coming from a better path, you don't need to manipulate the club. It's when you're off playing, that's where you need to play catch up or.
So
Yes.
by setting myself and not that, just taking that away
Yes.
can already get me on plane.
Yeah, and as long as you're more on plane, you need less club face manipulation.
Okay.
So this is the settling in period, a little overdone, a little underdone. Once you sort of understand that you don't need a lot of this, club face manipulation or catch up.
That I just think that's going to be just hard. It's just take a long time because I'm so used to getting here and flipping and finishing with this
Yeah,
weird chicken wing.
totally. Well, your head is so far out that you just don't really have much choice except to save it.
How did it look at those last two, the head?
Yeah, good. Much better. You're not going down on the ball anymore, which is good.
Probably the greatest drive anyone's ever hit.
Thanks, bro.
120 mile an hour club head speed. Dude, that was no effort, huh?
Light, easy, friendly.
The amount of effort I needed to do on my previous swing
Yep,
to get 120 is intense.
yep. Just like easy. That's like what, 290 plus?
299 carry.
Yeah.
And a
That means
face
it's-
angle of 0.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
It was a dead straight shot.
I mean, let's put it this way. Give you 4 or 5 basic ones. I definitely look at club path, swing direction, face to path, angle of attack. If speed was a concern to you and you're trying to pick it up, then yeah, I'll put the club speed in there. But these type of basic numbers, just for what you're trying to do to fix it, and just understand that where you hit it on the face is going to dictate what the spin's going to do, what your ball speed's going to do, what your launch is going to do, and what the gearing effect is. It's like, I feel some people can get too wrapped up sometimes. They're like, oh, geez, my swing direction's like -1 or +3, and I want it this way. And it's like, each little part plays another adjoining part to create a formula and a calculation.
actually, I'll take that every day.
Yeah, and this is the one I like to see, which is like a baby push, right?
I love that.
Yeah, it's like a straight push.
It didn't feel too spinny.
No.
Normally those are very spinny for me.
Yep. Yep. I mean, that one, if you can see there, it's just a little on the down. But apart from that, it's like,
Okay.
you know, I always say don't get too over analytical with it. It's like, you know a feeling when you're hitting a shot, when it feels free, and you just grow with that, rather than you feeling all jammed and caught, and you're like you're double trouble.
Well, I mean, just going to you and getting that single pain point to fix multiple
Yep.
chain-like problems is so freeing, because I can stand here and I can say this, that hip, take it outside, stop the swing short to stop the cupping,
Yep.
all those things. So I've got 7, 8, 9 different swing thoughts. None of them mean anything.
Yep.
It's causing another reaction.
Correct. Yes.
So in the end, you can paralyze yourself.
Yep.
And if you just get somebody with an outside opinion and a qualified person, not your 15 handicapper friend who just watched a golf digest video by David Ledbetter, get them to have a look so you know what you can focus on. By me just focusing on the head thing, it takes away all the nonsense which I was thinking about. Ball position, is it too far forward? Okay, my grip, is it too weak? So I'm changing that. Then I'm thinking, if I put a butterfly grip, it'll stop the one that goes left, right? So now I'm changing my grip. Then I'm thinking, take it out on the outside and try and make like a cut across the ball to stop the one going left. Now I've got 7 things. All I have to do is just try to stay behind it.
Little leak, right? Other
Yep.
than that, good.
So what I notice is on the bat, on like what I would classify not great, it's not moving as much, and it doesn't feel bad.
And it's like, is that better than it was last week? Was it better than it was? That's the thing. It's like, don't lose sight of that. Does it feel better? Does it look better? Is the ball dispersion better? And it's like, it doesn't have to be perfect, neither will it ever be. You know, it's like, are you going to hit better shots with what your changes are? Yes. Have you been hitting better shots in the last couple of days with it? Yes. So you're already on the mend.
Now how will I know when I've overdone this?
Yeah, videos, upkeep, you know, keeping track of it, knowing what to look for.
Yeah.
You know, is there another new problem that's going to arise from there? Yeah, most probably. But until that time happens, just don't talk yourself into it. Yeah, that's the overextension on the way back.
Is that?
Yes.
Okay.
That's where you start to.
So that's key to having the video and keep checking. That's the one that brought the pain here,
That's where you get the pain, is it?
just like that.
Interesting. Yeah.
So now I can associate, that's the overextension that
Yeah.
made that happen.
That's just that.
Okay. There's the greatest drive
There you go.
of all time. And that's just focusing.
That's going to be great to see, because you'll see that you're not overextended on the backswing where your head starts to, and you know, it doesn't tilt and topple over like we're talking about. That's one where it's held, and it gives you all the room to shallow out on. And there's your proof in the pudding. Attack angle's gone back up again. Club path swing direction a little bit right, which is where it should be on a driver. You know, you've got a slightly open face, but a slightly closed face to path, which is that baby little draw all day long. You know, that's just a comfy 290 carry.
So I find the best thing is to feel like I have that shaft up against my head.
Yep. And if you're going to go to the range with a mate, just get them to, you know, every once in a while, just stick a couple of shots there. And
But
put
pick it up on the way through, or just hold it?
Yeah, just hold it there.
Okay.
Awesome. Love that. How's that? I lost sight of it, sorry.
I don't go that far on holiday, bro. Okay. So it's okay, cool. So that's interesting. Lower ball speed, but much lower spin.
So
To give a longer carry.
normally when you hit that, you might find that it's a little higher up the face.
Definitely up.
Yeah. Higher toe. Yes, sir. That's exactly right. And that's that knuckleballer. That's the one, 302 carry at 116 club head speed. This is the over maximization we're talking about. That's lower ball speed, lower speeds in swing, great numbers, just like noticeably less spin.
What's the target number for spin in general?
Well, depends on your speed.
Okay.
So let's say you're at that 95, 100 mile an hour range, which I would say there's going to be quite a lot of golfers around there, like male golfers. You're probably looking around that 2.5, 2.6 marker, you know, even slightly higher. You know, it's like this magic number of getting down to 2,000 spin and stuff. You know, if you're running at really quick, you know, really quick speeds, you know, you're always trying to find ways to get the spin rate down to maximize your yardage or maximize your gains. You know, most guys around that 2.5 marker, around 100 mile an hour, you're doing pretty well.
What if they're spinning at 4.5?
Oh, you got serious club face contact issues, angle of attack issues, contact issues.
So if you're hitting these spinning shots, you can see the balloon.
Mm-hmm.
What is the best way to counter it? Is it new clubs? Is it a bit of work with the swing?
Definitely look at your swing first, and if you do have, like, let's say outdated clubs, a new head will definitely, or majority-wise will, the newer head, let's say 3, 4, 5 generations newer, will definitely drop that spin rate down. They're just built differently. You know, with every generation of driver, they're finding ways to make certain places or strike zones in the head spin more or spin less, be a little bit more forgiving, get quicker ball speeds off certain areas. So yeah, absolutely, clubs can help. Shafts can help a little bit as well.
What generally creates more spin? Is it more too stiff or too flexy?
Yeah, this is the interesting part. Sometimes a shaft that's too stiff, you know, creates a little bit of extra spin as well, where the club and the ball sort of deflects and runs across the face and imparts extra spin as well. I'd say just get to some fitter that you trust, that knows not going to give you too much hogwash, and run through, and you know, just from the numbers, if your positive angle of attack, you know, your face to path is okay, yeah, you'll be able to see pretty quick, and even just general feel, you kind of know when the shaft. But look, I would always prefer a shaft that is just marginally too soft
Why
than
is that?
I just think it's more controllable, you know, and you're never going to be at full tilt for the whole 18. You might be strong in the beginning and just sort of taper off.
That's what I find is that often, before you gave me shafts for the irons and the driver, I'd always go for that higher end. And then on an off day, you haven't played in 4 weeks, your form dips.
Yep.
Man, keeping that ball in play is difficult.
That's
You
tough, yeah.
shouldn't, in my opinion, should never be buying the shaft that you use for your A game.
Yeah.
Because it's just, your A game is twice a year for a week at a time, perhaps.
Yeah, once a year.
Once a year, and I mean, like, it can go pear-shaped quickly.
100%. In my opinion, there's a textbook fitting. You know, you're at this speed, you should be at this type of flex phones, and it's like, you know, I don't think it needs to go there sometimes. I think that there's a lot of feel factors involved in this. It's just intuition from the fitter. It's also a gut feeling when you're hitting it. It just feels right. It blends well. You know, it's like when you want to step on it, it doesn't feel like it's over bowing. And when you are swinging like normal or your B or C game, it's like, yeah, it's playable. You know, that's your kind of zone. Understanding certain flex points of the shaft and why they might help you in certain types of situations, and you know how you're swinging it. That also helps a little bit as well. But
So if you want to book your fitting, it's Impact Golf Malaysia. Ask for Eric.
oh, thanks for the promo. Wasn't
Okay, I'm going to
intended.
try rip one. Oh, there we go. Okay, so tell me about that one. That's exactly what happens when I try rip it. Did I overextend?
Yeah. I mean, look at this. Exactly right.
That's exactly what I do.
I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world, is it? That's probably more of a toe strike, if anything.
Okay.
Was that a toe strike?
It was very toe.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why it hooked. If you look at the path and your swing direction,
Yeah.
really, really good. You're still positive angle of attack. You know, you're face to path minus 2.5 degrees, which is not a lot.
So my numbers look great,
Yes,
but
and
I'm dropping 2, hitting 3.
you know, this is the thing, you just hit off the toe, and that created a gearing effect on the ball.
Okay.
And at your speed at 100, like that one there, 123 miles an hour, at your speed, it's going to move a long way, a different way. You know, so there's pros and cons to being long or swinging it quick. Your little misses are much more exaggerated at 310 yards out than they are for the average Joe Blow at 240.
Exactly.
You know, so
Exactly. It's a curse and a blessing.
it's when you got it, it's super fun.
Okay, so how about if I want to gear down and I feel like doing because like my normal swing does feel about 85 to 90%. What if I want to gear down to a 70% swing onto the driver? Is it even worth the time?
Yeah, I don't know about that one. It's like I always prefer someone hitting a little harder than a little softer.
Okay.
You know, knocking it down 2 gears or 3 gears, to me creates a lot of like guiding. You know, to me, it's like I would prefer you be aggressive, but you don't have to be like trying to like break the cover off the golf ball aggressive.
Yeah, because whenever I do it, it just ends up real bad. I mean, I may overdo the gearing down. See, like that. That's
Yeah,
the
that's the control fudge. You know, that's 106. That's for you. That feels like a half swing. Look, your playing average is probably going to be like a 116, 118.
Okay.
You know, and when you juice it, it's like 122, 123, right? Most golfers don't have this problem. Like, you know, so that 117 or 116 or 118 marker is your 85 type of 90%. It's strong, it's aggressive, it's slightly in control, but it's still very free. Like I love it if you can go 123 and just smack the ears off it and, you know, break the cover off the golf ball. But I mean, to me, it's like, well,
Why?
how much? Like, you can go at 116, 117 and fly it your furthest. You know, at 310 is what you flew it at. You got the right launch, high, low spinner, little baby draw. That's the shooter. You know, like,
That's the one that gets me a bit of rollout on these fairways.
oh, totally, because you got that low spin looking.
So that I'm happy with as well. I mean, it's left.
See,
but
you have a look at that number. That is so good, all right, in terms of everything. Club path, positive 1.6, which is where it should be. Swing direction, positive 1.7. Angle of attack, 0.8 up. Face angle, you're face to path, minus 2.9. Club speed, solid. Why did it spin? Well, sorry, why did it hook a little bit more? It's just a little too toey.
yeah,
And
the
it's
gearing effect.
Yep, and it's just a little too sharp.
Little too?
Closing the club face.
Okay.
You know, so it's like minus 1 degree in the club face.
I'm going to try hit one more good one before we go. See,
mean-
that one I don't like, but I'll play that all day.
Oh, dude, that's like,
That's like high toe. Felt like the club face twisted as I hit it. But if that's gone 275, I'm happy.
so if you have a look at this, that face angle and that face to path should be going right. But that toe strike created that drawback.
Okay.
You know, and so this is the thing, it's like you look at that number, oh, my face is open. It should have gone right. Why didn't it go right? That's the gearing effect of the driver. That's what a toe strike can do. So if you're going to toe strike it and predominantly miss it on the toe, make sure your club face is open enough. Because when you present it really well, or what I would say relatively neutral like it was before, but you toe strike it a little bit, goes left more. Was it a bad swing? No. Your swing that went a little bit left was better, but your club face at impact wasn't as good.
Okay.
And your toe strike made it go more left. You know, so
Okay, because that's interesting because it's such a depressing shot. Now you're like screwed the whole the rest of the round. You're like, what the hell have I done?
And
you
you
don't
think
know
it's
how
you.
to fix it.
yeah, I mean, it's like a centimeter less off the toe, and it ain't moving as much. I mean, do you penalize yourself because you hit it slightly off the toe? I mean, that's where you want to hit it, slightly
Well-
high toe. You just need to keep the club face a little bit more open.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. That's what I've learned with you the last couple of days about the club face.
Correct. You feel, like as you said on the course with me the other time, it's like you feel that club face is a little more open Doesn't feel like you need to play catch up anymore.
Awful feeling. Okay, let's do one more good one where I feel really great. Then we're going home. I love that. I'm ready to go home on it. That's
Dude,
that's
proper.
That's 301.
301?
If it's not 301,
305.
305.
Carry
Carry.
into the wind. I mean, those numbers are phenomenal. 0.4 up, angle of attack, club path positive 1.2, swing direction 0.9, face angle and face to path. You can see how much more neutral that was.
Okay.
And it was just a good solid strike. That's like all day long.
Super. I'm
Easy.
not hitting any more golf balls.
No,
That's
time
the-
to go. Any pain?
Bro, the only pain I have is that in my heart I have to stop hitting golf balls.
Yeah, that's smoked.
Okay, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. I'm so